boys out here, Great Millstone Charlotte, coming back to the Spirit Power, your how about you know shot. Check the food. Man. It's another week out here prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great through the Spirit Power, your how shot. Raise up the hopeful elect through the Spirit. We're in some very serious times, the times of tribulation, the times of Jacob's struggles upon us. So, hey, man, we're out here just to push the word, man. Before we get started, we want to give our praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash.
Double honor to our apostle, elders, great Millstone, do well. Peace and salutation, all the arcane pushing his truth and our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom, man.
Shalom, shalom.
Hey, like we was just saying, man, hey, we're in some very serious times, man. Very serious times is coming to America. They're talking about a lot of things coming this winter, as far as winter blackouts, as far as collapse of the society. So, hey, we have to be in the time of measuring the times we're living in, man. We're going to start in the book of 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter. Right. So the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
How do you measure the times, man? All right, by filtering what's going on in the world through the scriptures, man. All right? And we can see that we are in, very bad times, man, and it's only going to progressively get worse, man. All right, go ahead.
And it says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he hath made.
And we are witnessing that, man. And the Most High is visiting this place, man. And look at the judgment that he's issuing out specifically upon Jake, man. All right? Because we understand that now is the time for Jake to repent. All right? Like Yahweh told the disciples back then, man, repent for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. All right? And so our people, all right, if they had any type of wisdom about themselves, man, they would take this opportunity, this grace period, and repent, man. But see, our people are strong in wickedness, man. All right? They're not seeing the benefits of what serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to do for them, man. Because as of right now, all right, they're blinded by the things that's going on in the world, man. All right? Trying to make it, in this life. But this life is coming to an end. All right? If you, like I said, if you're seeing the things that's taking place throughout the world, man, all right, the thing going on in Ukraine with Ukraine and Russia, all right, what's going on with the economy, how they're about to crash the dollar and implement this new CBDC, system, all right? We are on the cusp of Esau's New World Order, which is going to encase millions of you Israelites being put to death because you're not in the plans of this devil, man.
Yep. Got a real quick precept. Right. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 56. But when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High.
Yeah, they hate the Most High, man. Like it's gonna say later on in that 2nd Esdras 9, man. But they had the chance to repent, man. All right, because what we're out here doing is reproving and rebuking our people to leave off of these wicked ways, man, and come back into the Lord, because the Lord's ways are beneficial, man. This Babylonian modern way of living is destructive to our people, man.
Yep.
And
it said they scorned of his law and forsook his ways.
Right, because they look at the ways of the Lord as burdensome, man. Oh, I can't do what I want. I can't smoke weed. All right, I can't pop another man's woman. All right, I can't celebrate these holidays. The Lord requires you to discipline yourself, man. But our people look at this shit as well, like not this shit, but the Lord's ways as putting a yoke of iron on them, man.
Yep. And it says, verse 57. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteousness. Verse 58.
Because they talk shit on the Lord's ways, man. Yep. And we're not following this. We're not in Bible times no more, man. Hey, forget all that Bible stuff, man. Hey, this is how we live now.
Yep, all that do what thou want spirit, man. Our people are in the same mindset of Edomite.
That's right.
That's why 2/3 of the nation of Israel has to be destroyed, because they in that way of a Gentile, man. They acting like these damn heathens.
Right, because see, our people live off a life with no consequences, man. They think that they can just do whatever they want and nothing will happen to them, man. But see, like I said earlier, if you had wisdom, you would see all what's happening in the world and know that, man, there's something strange going on, man. Why niggas getting off like this on a high level, man?
Very high level.
Why is all my favorite rappers getting killed all of a sudden, man? Why is times getting so hard where I don't know how I'm gonna make it, man? These things should bring questions into a prudent man. All right.
Got one for you. It's Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sin is against an evil work, it's not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men is fully set into them to do evil.
Right. So because judgment isn't, given out as soon as you commit sin, our people think that the Lord, he's not seeing that shit, man. So they're able to continue on with their bullshit and think that they got away with it, not knowing that the Most High is long suffering, man.
Yep.
And he'll allow you to continue to do this just so he's giving you a chance to repent from it, but as you continue to do it, he's just marking up your tab more and more until it's time to serve you, man.
Yep. Verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh.
Right. It's going to be well with them that fear the Most High, because we're trying to, pretty much make our ways as perfect as we can, in this walk, man. But 2/3, they're waxing worse. And see, like I said, they don't see, them being judged for what they're doing, man. But we know at the end of the day, judgment's coming to all these wicked people, man.
Yep.
And so we don't want to be anything with y'all, man.
Yeah, and the Lord has been using your so-called rappers as a great example of what judgment is about to take place, man.
That's
right. The numbers go up every year on the death of these damn rappers, man.
Hey, we're almost at like 600 now with these damn niggas, man.
And it's gonna get worse, man. What's coming to America has never been seen before, man. And it's gonna be great death that's about to take place, man.
That's right.
Once they really shut this place down, man, a lot of people gonna start freezing to death. A lot of people gonna be dying of famine. A lot of people are gonna be eating their neighbors, eating their kids, man. Esau's gradually putting it in the movie. He got a couple movies coming out that's basically showing you cannibalism, man. He got the Menu movie just came out yesterday. Then another movie come out next week after the so-called Thanksgiving. Another movie with cannibalism come out, man.
Dama series was a damn
cannibalism,
yeah.
Showing you gradually what's about to take place, man. There's gonna be a lot of death that's gonna be reigning here in Babylon the Great, man. Because great judgment is about to take place, man.
That's right.
Let's finish it out. Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he be prolonged his days.
Hey, it's not going to be well with the wicked, because what? Hey, two scriptures come to mind, man. The first one, I forget, it's in Proverbs, but it says that the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, man.
Yeah.
Now, we know that that wicked, being Esau specifically, but also you Jakes, man, because when you go against the ways of the Lord, man, hey, death, it follows you, man.
Yep.
All right? The end is death, man.
Yep.
So you doing that, it's not going to benefit you any, man.
Yeah.
All right?
And also the scriptures say, don't hand you on the hand, the wicked should not go unpunished.
That's right.
So you continue to walk in the ways of Esau, Edom, it's going to get you put to death, man.
That's right.
Thus said the scriptures, man.
Right. But if you walk in the ways of the Lord, man, hey, life follow after that, man. That's how you preserve yourself, by walking in after Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. Hey, you take what Yahushua did when he was here in the flesh 2,000 years ago and model your walk after that, man.
Shalom, bro. Let's jump back second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 9, I'll read verse 2 again. And it says, then thou shalt understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he hath made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, because when you go, we're gonna get that Matthew 24 as well there. But when you go into Matthew 24, it gave you pretty much the signs of what was going to happen before Yahushua's return, man. And like you said, the earthquakes in diverse places, race wars and whatnot, man. And the love of many waxing cold, man. We're seeing the byproduct of what happens when wickedness is established at an all-time high, man. We live in a time that's worse than the flood, man. This is why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming back to judge the world, man, because this world needs a reset, man. And that reset is going to come via Yahushua throwing down this damn devil's his rulership, man.
God, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 2. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily, I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And he, as he sat upon the Mount of the Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming and the end of the world?
Right. So this is part of how you discern the times, man. Because this, what Yahushua is about to go into, because this is him speaking right here, he's about to tell you on what to look for to signify that he's coming back, man. Go ahead.
Con, verse 4, Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying that I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many.
Right. It's gonna have many people that's gonna come out saying that they're the anointed, man. And you should follow after their ways, man. All right. Yeah, using the scripture to deceive, man. You know. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
Yeah, wars and rumors of wars. And are we not? Is that not taking up the airways, man? All right. Hey, you got this situation going on with Russia, Ukraine, man. And you got here in America, yeah, Poland, you know, Thailand. All right. And then here in America, man, because what's been popping up again lately, man? All right, talks of civil war. Yep. All right, these damn Edomites gearing up to rebel against the government, and then in the midst of that, man, what's gonna happen, man? All right. And in the midst of this, you know, these Edomites preparing to go to war with their government. Who's gonna be the main ones caught in the middle? You niggas, man. You know?
Because they already labeled you as liberals and shit, man.
Right.
They labeled you Democrats, liberals, the left. See, you don't know that Esau categorized your ass, man. That's what he's been doing. He labeled you the left right along with them other Edomites that they don't like, man.
And then on top of that, man, these Edomites view you Jakes as the reason why their country is falling, man. You know? Hey, you're the ones that put Biden in office. Yep. All right, you're the ones that you know have been pushing forth with the whole student loan relief joint. It was going to further put the economy in debt. All right, that's pushing for welfare and all this bullshit, man. You know, you're the reason in the eyes of these Edomites on why their beloved country is no longer great.
Yeah,
which is why
the fraud with the PPE
loan, the forefront of moral degradation. Like
exactly.
When it comes to like wickedness and like abomination and shit, like they put Jake in the forefront.
Yep. Because what you advocating for Biden to get put in office, what has came about? All right, more freak talk, man. You know, everybody is with the alphabet gang now. All right, the transformer thing is coming out. All right, to the point to where it's nothing but confusion. And like I said, you Jake are the blame for that, according to Esau, man. You know, because this is what you wanted. You were so distraught about Trump that you were advocating for Biden. Biden, come save us, like Taraji Peterson said. Biden, come save us. You know? And then what happened? Biden did a whole 360 on this country, man. Now this country's full of a bunch of weirdos, man. You know? A bunch of sickos, man. To the point to where, hey, you had that documentary with Matt Walsh, man, What is a Woman? Where niggas is confused. They don't even know how to define what a woman is anymore, man.
Nobody
you know?
America, man.
Common sense out the window, bro.
Right. Get the morals of these people, man.
But read it over. But this is just further advocating to why these Edomites see you Jakes as a threat, because they blame you for everything, man. You're the reason for the C-19. You're the reason for the hokey pokey.
You're the reason why it was spread. Remember,
Right.
they was blaming you, blacks, Latino, Native Americans. You're the reason why it was
They
spread.
said you was the reason for monkeypox.
Yep. God damn.
You Jakes is the reason for everything bad in the world, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That's accused of thy brother, man.
That's right.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See ye that ye be not troubled.
Yeah, don't be troubled by you hearing these different things about war, man. Because at the end of the day, this is prophesied, man. So actually, that should get you excited. All right? Because you know, hey, we're one step closer to Yahweh's return, man. You know?
That's right. It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right. So don't be afraid when you hear about the rumors of wars, man. You know, and everything else we've been going into, because that's just showing you that we're that much closer to Yahweh coming in and saving us out of this shit, man. Go ahead.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right. And that's that division that Yahweh said he was bringing, man. All right? Because, hey, what you're seeing is everybody is for their people. All right? Yeah, if you want to get that too. Everybody is for their people, man. All right, the Edomites are for the Edomites. All right, the damn Ishmaelites is for the Ishmaelites. The Elamites for the Elamites. The Africans for the Africans. Everybody is for themselves, except for you niggas. You niggas are the only ones still trying to include everybody into your thing. Because this is what we're trying to tell you, that this Bible, all right, this Bible is for you. And here it is, you're trying to give your glory unto the damn devil, your enemies, man. You know? Which is only going to kick you in the ass at the end. Because see, here it is, you're trying to save him. And that same breath, he's trying to kill you, man. You know?
It's the book of Luke chapter 12 and verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, And what will I if it be already kindled?
Yeah, because hey, it's gonna be all out hell when your Howard Shah returns, man. All right, because that division is being put up now, man. Everybody's at each other's throats now, man. All right, like I mentioned earlier, the love of many has waxed cold, man. Hey, everybody is in this damn demonic, kill everybody spirit now, man. Look at, like I said, look at the death that's been going on. Hey, the hot topic down here in North Carolina. You had that chick, what's her name, Shapala Robinson or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
All right, she went to Mexico with her quote-unquote friends, and what happened? They killed her ass, man. And everybody, and the social justice warriors is back out trying to goddamn, bring justice to this damn woman that got killed. But at the end of the day, man, and that just goes to show you that, hey, the love of many is cold, man. Hey, that division is out. You got family members at each other's throats, man. So where the love at in this world, man? That's all you talk about in the church, man. Love, love, love. Where's the love at now?
Hey, the scripture say love working no ill to us, man.
That's right, man. We're not in the time of love, man. According to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, that's a part of you discerning the times, man. We ain't in lovely times. We're in a time of evil, bad times, man. Time of war, all right? Because Yahweh Shai is stirring things up, man.
That's right.
You know?
Because Yahweh Shai is a man of war.
That's right.
Jump back to this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7. And it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places."
Famines, pestilence, man. And that's what Tom was talking about earlier, man. Hey, this famine is only gonna get worse, man, because as the prices continue to rise, hey, people ain't gonna be able to afford to eat anymore, man. This is why they're talking about you eating bugs, but hey, as soon as it become you eating people. That's why it's like real quick. That's why the spirit is pushing for these devils to push forth this cannibalism movies, man. These shows, because it's conditioning you to accept that, man. Plus, with them putting human meat within mixed with your hamburger meat, with your steak, you already have a taste for meat as it is, man. So it's just gonna come natural in that time, man.
Yeah, hey, especially with the what they're not talking about as much as they was with the fuel shortages, man. When these fuel shortages really start to show themselves, I mean, it's gonna be a lack of supplies, lack of food, and it's gonna be people out here just doing what? All anarchy and chaos, man. Like the brother said, love of many shall wax cold, because when a nigga ain't got nothing to eat, they gonna be running in these cribs and these houses, killing people, trying to survive, man. It's gonna be a dog-eat-dog world, man.
They're gonna be eating their kids, their wives gonna be plotting their husbands, man. Neighbors. It's gonna be like the Looney Tunes commercials, man. They're gonna be looking at people like chicken.
Look like a goddamn steak and a hamburger, man. Big Mama gonna look like a goddamn pot roast out there.
And that's all. It's only gonna, continue to amplify, bro. Because see, what the problem is, you people don't know how to fast. You don't know how to go like even an hour without eating, man. So it's gonna be nothing for you to turn on your fellow man and eat them, man.
And Esau set that up, as me and the elder was going into yesterday, with the Food and Drug Association. The damn food and drugs in the damn food that make these people be like that, man.
That's right.
So they're gonna start really bugging out when they can't goddamn eat, man. So you gonna really start seeing straight death reign in this society, man. People gonna just be eating people and shit. It's gonna be like a fucking zombie movie, man.
As I said, man, famine, pestilence. And pestilence is coming out more too. What y'all bring out yesterday talking about the new variant called Hellhound?
Oh, Hellhound, yep.
So this nigga's openly telling you to your face that he's trying to kill your ass, man. And what's gonna come with that damn Hellhound, man? More juicy juice.
More juice.
We're just gonna further kill you people. And then, like I said, you're gonna have the dead bodies that's gonna be out here. It's gonna spread more disease, man. So it's gonna be just straight hell out here, man.
Yep.
Esau let you know who we are. What team he played for. Right? Goddamn devil, man.
That's right.
I'll jump back second Ezra 9 chapter. This second Ezra chapter 9. This Matthew chapter 24.
Talk loud.
In verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And all these are the beginnings of sorrows.
All these are the beginnings of sorrows, man. Because knowing that, hey, things are about to get bad, beginning of sorrows, which means ain't no good time coming. All right? Hey, America ain't gonna magically get better. Trump ain't gonna save this place, man. All right? That's why everybody they saw Trump redeclared for 2024. That nigga ain't gonna change shit, man. The Jake's so distraught. Here it was, a couple years ago, they was ready for him to be out. Now Jake ready for him to come back in, man.
Oh, slide.
But we said that shit. Then we said, they said these niggas don't know how, like the brother said, they don't know how nasty it's about to get with Biden. They gonna want Trump back in office, man. Because all your tax refunds, all these things that you was getting with Trump, all of it's going up, man.
That's right.
The gas prices, everything's going up under this man's rulership, man.
The fact that Trump announced that he's rerunning is going to play into the calamity of 2023.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Because that's where you got all the midterms, all the shit that's going on, they elect the votes, right? So that's really going to amplify as you was going into the division of society.
Yep.
You know?
If I'm not mistaken, the midterm, the results come back?
No.
I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Because I think I seen something where it was like the Democrats have a good chance of staying in the House or whatever. And if that happens, then that's going to further amplify the hate for these Edomites, because they're going to see that as why they need these niggas to be gone, because see they're to continue to push and forth on this bullshit and why this country is like this, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like the article we brought out, the Civil War, America breaks out in another Civil War. It said minorities will be majority of the targets.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So they already letting you know when they go down, you're talking about lawlessness, all right? No law and order out there in the streets. It's the time of Jacob's trouble.
That's right.
Right? And can I get real quick? Isaiah 19, all right? Egyptian versus Egyptian. Give me that real quick. Shalom out there, man. Y'all better shalom. Shalom.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Yeah, you see that? The Lord, the Spirit of the Lord, as we read in Luke 12, and was it 50? 49. Right? The Lord said, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but rather division. All right? So the separation, the hatred, the dividedness of society, this is all the spirit of Yahushua, man. That shows you that whole coming together unity, all right, that's of Satan, man.
Yeah, that's of the world.
That's of the world, man. The Lord ain't dealing with unity, man. He's dealing with division.
Yeah, that's that same Babylonian shit that they're trying to push, man.
Right,
That's of these damn heathens, man.
Hey, only unity that is being talked about is the unity of the elect coming together in the spirit of Yahweh Shem
So, hey, Isaiah 34, he said, by my spirit I have gathered them. So that's the unity, the elect coming back together by the way of the breath.
That's right.
You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Yep.
And they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor.
Yeah, so you got Edomites divided to the core.
Yep.
Right? Esau versus Esau, man. Based off what? Their political views,
Yep.
their so-called religious beliefs, right? Because you got a lot of these Edomites, as the scriptures tell you in Job, that that their children shall seek to please the poor.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of these Edomites going against the grain of these racist Edomites, basically trying to help shake out a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Coming up with funding.
Yeah.
Even under that, they're still stirring up that division, because in the midst of them trying to please Jake, what they're doing, they're taking down all these statues of these damn Civil War leaders,
Yeah.
which is further infuriating these Edomites that was for the government, you know? So that's going to piss off them. And who's going to go blame for that? Jake, you know?
So that's all part of what? Discerning the time you in.
Hey, even with the Black Lives Matter marches, man, the BLM marches, man, you got them Edomites out there trying to, help plead Jake's cause, which is further infuriating them, the other Edomites, because they're seeing they're the ones pushing forth with the whole these damn riots and shit. They're stopping traffic. They're bringing all type of inconveniences, you know.
Neo-Nazis and shit.
Right. So by the spirit of prophecy, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, we understand that lawlessness is inevitable, man.
Right.
Destruction, chaos, calamity in the streets is sure it's going to happen.
Yeah, even though Esau Edom's using that as his plan, it's really the plan of the Lord.
Yeah.
Esau's coming with that order out of chaos. He's going to create the chaos so he can bring forth the order. No, the Lord is going to create the chaos so he can bring forth the order through the book, man. Through the son of Yahweh Shah.
Because our people think everything's a joke still, man.
Yep.
You know, because in the midst of all this, going on, you had W7 come out and say, hey, talks of rolling blackouts, hitting different parts of America.
Yep.
And when this system fully breaks down, they show you in the movies, man. See what Jake ain't gonna take it serious, man. They always gonna show you Jake want to party first before they realize how bad it gets, man.
Yeah. He was saying the main blackouts was gonna hit was mainly on the East Coast, man. Mainly on the East Coast because of various what was it called? The power. Was it the generators?
Yeah, it's at the West Coast though. This ain't like California and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this
West
again.
Coast and like the South, and like up where New York and Canada and all that.
Damn. I'm gonna read that again. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. When I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor.
Right.
City against city, kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. So your so-called witchcraft and all your so-called pseudoscience and all the shit you damn heathen and you 2/3 niggas believe in, it's not gonna help you in the day of Jacob's trouble, man. You niggas believing in that Kemet and bullshit like that, ain't the rod and ISIS ain't gonna fucking help you when the Lord start really plaguing this place.
Yeah, because the reason why they look to America, mainly Esau, as their help, because he has everything that's tangible that they want, man.
Yep.
You know, he has all the money, he controls all the. So when shit gets bad, and Esau, you know, is the one that everybody run to in that day. But the Lord is doing all this to draw our people close to Him. You know, Hosea 5:15, real quick, about the trust.
And it says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them. Thus said the Lord of hosts. And that's what you said, man. Esau, like the brother said, these niggas really quit depending on Esau, Edom. Now is going to really start showing you his true hatred, man. He's going to really start showing you that he ain't for you niggas, man.
You've seen it now. That's why the Spirit of the Lord, which he's using the left hand, all right, ultimately the elites. So what are they doing right now? They're putting the squeeze on everybody, man. Squeeze on your pockets, right? Hyperinflation, all right? No more middle class. Everything is either going to be the rich or the poor.
That's right.
So people are being squeezed throughout society, man. The pressure, so to speak.
And,
know?
and it's affecting everybody mentally too. I know y'all saw that thing with the woman.
Oh, yeah.
And she couldn't afford the cost of living no more, so she took her little daughter and walked in front of a train and got hit. You know?
Yeah, there's gonna be more scenarios like that.
The suicide rate is gonna go up, just like in the time when the so-called Paranoid 99, suicides was going through the roof, man.
Yeah.
The domestic violence is going through the roof. So what more so when they really shut this place down again, man?
Yeah.
It's gonna really get bad,
And
man.
who's responsible for all of this?
Yeah,
All right, you Edomites, man. You are the problem of the earth, man. You are the ones that are doing this to the people, man. And that's why there's a cry, there's an uproar going on throughout the earth against you, you damn devils, man. Starting with you small hats, man.
Yeah.
Right, you 1948ers.
Right? You trying to deflect everything on Jake to try to get the finger from point at you. But hey, when you go into the root of all problems on the planet, everything points back at you devils, man.
This nigga created the ADL.
Yeah.
Anti-Defamation League. Really, it should be the Amalek Defamation League, man. So he
Yeah.
created a whole council, right?
Yep.
He created a whole council, and it shows you that they have the power, man.
Right.
For them, because he's in Earth right now, he's being called on the Earth for being in power, and he wants to get emotional
Right,
about it.
and that's why he created the ADL, was so that he can deflect all talks of ish people being the blame of everything, man.
Exactly.
So the moment that you speak up and say that they did something, oh, that's anti-sin.
Yeah, but you're in power though, so what's wrong? Why?
What's wrong with
that?
Well, you control the Earth, but you're being called out for controlling the Earth. Now you want to complain about it.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to act like a little coward and shit.
Because see,
You know?
the devil, man, he lacks ability, man.
Yep.
You know, which is what you see Eve, you know, in that same spirit, 'cause that's her damn daddy, man.
Yeah, tag team duo.
Yeah.
But this is land back to you, bro. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yeah.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, if not, where is we? Hey, so what's wrong? Hey, you so-called white people run the world. What's wrong with
What's
that?
wrong with that?
Now you're being called out about it. Now you're trying to deny like you ain't got the power. Who controlling the world's resources, the money, the military,
Right.
the food supply? Who's controlling it?
World Economic Forum.
Yeah, you
Because
know.
when Kanye made that comment talking about, man, the Jews run everything, what was wrong about what he
He
said?
didn't say anything. He wasn't
You
lying.
know?
Right.
That was the truth.
These niggas own all the banks. They own all, 9 major companies here in America? They own all the media. They own the gold. All right? They control they control who can say what and who can't say what, man.
You
You know?
was giving the blessing of the fatness of the earth.
Hey.
So, you know.
You control on who believe in what, man.
Yep.
Because under your rulership, you have fooled the whole world into thinking that the people in the Bible look like you.
Yep.
So when the truth comes out, you get mad. I seen a post on Instagram that says that Esau loves to put blackface and everything, but Yahweh Shai, or so-called Jesus, man.
Yep.
You know, because you're a natural liar,
Yep.
and when your lies get questioned, you get mad because you want everybody just to go along with you, man.
Yeah, go along, get along. This is
Little pump.
yeah. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 39, going into Esau's blessing. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Yeah, that's why, hey, Esau's blessing was the fatness of the earth, man. Nigga all over the planet, man.
Everywhere.
You know, got 6, 7 summer homes,
Yep.
winter cabins out there in the other side of the world, man. Couple of jets,
Yep.
Open it up.
boats, yachts.
Yeah.
You know,
All you gotta do is drive past these damn big ass lakes. You're gonna see all these goddamn lake houses. Some of them be empty, man. They be their summer homes and
Exactly.
shit, man.
Right.
That's showing that you rule right now.
he
man.
got it all.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And it says, and Isaac, his father, answered and said to him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
All the resources.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And the dew of heaven from above.
The dew of heaven from above. Go ahead.
And by thy sword thou shalt live.
Yeah, by thy sword thou shalt live, man. So his blessing was the sword, and what has he done with it? He created all nothing but calamity out of chaos.
Yeah.
You know, Habakkuk 2 and 6 through 7. You know,
Said the dew of heaven, he got the jets. He's the one when anybody want to fly a plane, they gotta speak English. You know what I'm saying? He got his satellites up in the heavens. Hey, Esau, you got your space force. Hey, this is literally your world right now, man. The Most High really gave this earth over to the hand of the wicked for a period of time, man.
and he raised you up with that power just to show that he's the true power when he take you down. Right? Like he said in Romans 9, I raised up Pharaoh
Yep.
to show my power in you. See that? Because when you fall, it's going to be by epic proportions. You know, the God of this world, as the Lord said, I beheld and seen Satan fall as lightning, man. Right?
And when you go in for and you go in for Psalm 37, I seen the wicked spreading themselves at the Green Bay tree. You everywhere, Esau. Your embassies, your military is everywhere, man. Your philosophies, your democracy, your ways of living is in all these other lands, man. You the one are controlling our resources and the way people think, the way people act, man.
And you make that known. Because anybody that bucks up against you, you make it known that you have to listen to me.
Yep.
Or you're going to be put to death. Or I'm going to overthrow your country, man. You know?
And that was prime examples the way you were doing Kanye and Kyrie. That's a prime example. Even nowadays, Chappelle, they mad about the monologue, man.
It wasn't even bad.
It wasn't even bad, man.
Yeah.
Now they mad about that, man. Showing that now everybody's like, damn, these Edomites, these so-called small hats, they are really the ones that are in position of power.
Pastor Hart brought it out, speaking of the Dave Chappelle situation. You got average small hats that aren't even mad about it. They say, yo, you're getting excessive. You got the division even amongst them.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Which is going to show you that, man, everybody's tired of you crying, man.
Yeah, because I was watching Elder Malcolm on my way up here in the small hats. That they're saying it's really the Zionists that's pushing that. Because like the brother said, they really not even mad about it. It's really the Zionists that's pushing that, man.
Look, you got the power. You're being called out that you have the power, and all of a sudden everybody's labeled anti-Semitic.
Right. Yep.
The irony, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna finish it out. Genesis chapter 27, verse 40. And by thy sword thou shalt live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke upon thy neck.
Yeah, that's the point.
Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
And this is why you see in the society going the way it's going, man. Everybody is in that dog-eat-dog world spirit. Everybody's in that microwave spirit, man, a Edomite spirit, man. That coveted spirit. I want it for myself. This is what, instant gratification. That's the spirit of an Edomite, man. They can't wait. So now you seeing what? Now he's stirring the pot where he's about to really show his horns because he got the whole world in his hand. So now you're seeing wars and rumors of wars being escalated. You're seeing the division amongst the people being escalated. Why? It's through his deception, through his media, man.
Right.
Which is what? Part of his sword.
Ultimately, people are tired.
Yes.
People are tired of being lied to. People are tired of being oppressed.
Yeah.
Right? That's why you have that matter of fact, can I get the scripture? Go to Micah 2. Go down, read from the top, read from 1 through like 5. It talks about that doleful lamentation.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their
Yeah,
beds.
that's you damn devils, man. Started with Amalek, man. You're the ones that are devising evil and working mischief upon your bed. All right, go ahead.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands.
See that? Because it is in the power of their hands. You've been given power over the planet Earth.
Yep.
To fulfill prophecies of what? Of being the wicked, man. The left hand. And you're being called out about it. Basically, you're being revealed in your time, pursuing the 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Go ahead.
Right. And they cover fields and take them by violence.
Yep, yeah. So this man goes all around the earth. And in our generation, all right, the big controversy was the Middle East.
Yep.
Yeah.
After 9/11 happened, all right, that's when Esau basically plastered his ass out there in the Middle East, and he's been causing hell ever since.
That's right.
You can't forget about the Vietnamese and all these
Yeah.
other countries, Agent Orange,
Bombing
and shit like
bombing
that.
hospitals,
They
bombing
hell.
villages, bombing schools, stealing resources, killing the leaders of the nations, setting right? Setting up puppet leaders, establishing a central bank. All these things have been going on throughout the Middle East, man, for the past 20 years, man.
What America been established how many years? They've been in war what?
I forgot
It's
the
like
number.
200.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, the brother looking at it, I read it, man. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 2. And they cover fields and take them by violence,
Yep.
and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his
Yeah,
heritage.
they oppress a man in his house and even a man of his own heritage, man. Even going back to Ishmael and them, man.
Yep.
You know, they're being demonized for exercising their, what's it called, Shira law over there.
Yeah.
You know, they get demonized by the West, even with us.
With the Gad.
Yeah.
Look at Gad. Gad lives on reservations with no running water, man. Gave them casinos, and they don't even own the damn casinos, man. And then what was a couple years ago, they was trying to run a pipe through their land because it was gonna run through some Edomites' land, so they chose to run it through the Gadites' land and poison them. So you oppress a man even in his heritage, man.
Exactly. That's why you gotta apologize for being an Israelite.
Right.
You gotta apologize to these damn crackers, man. All right, claiming who you truly are.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
Real quick, I got that. So it says research conducted by the James Group and Geo Television Network reveals that the United States has been at war for about 225 of the 240 years since its inception in 1776.
Shit, you ain't let the sword down once. Just like your forefather Cristobal Colon, man. What's his wicked ass, man? We still doing the same shit, man. Damn,
America has only had 18 years of peace since its inception, man.
There is no peace to the wicked.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 3. Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, against his family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks.
Yeah, that family going back to Esau, really the top of the top, dealing with animals. Right, you being completely exposed. Go ahead. And you're not gonna slither your way out of this, man. You're not gonna the ADL ain't gonna help. That ADL shit is just making matters worse. Like we had the Jacob here yesterday.
Yeah.
The more you come against us, is gonna make him seek out more. He said that.
Yeah.
You got Jake, they're like, yo, what the hell's going on? You can't even speak, you can't say nothing about these people. So you got Jake, what he doing? He digging more and more. He finding out that he's doing more research. He find out that we the people, finding out the Edomites, you the wicked, you know, and power has been given unto you. Go ahead.
Neither shall you go haughty, for this time is evil.
Yeah, you ain't gonna escape, man. Right? Go ahead.
In that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation.
Yeah, and lament with the doleful lamentation, man. The earth, everybody is crying out, man. It's a proverb. A proverb is like a taunt. You see what I'm saying? You're being taunted right now, man. You being clowned.
I know, man.
You ain't got no salt whatsoever.
No juice.
You don't fit none of the curses, man. Why you just a dry ass whack people, man.
Hey, they got it's a meme that it was like if white people wore a bag of potato chips, you know, laid all them flavors,
man.
it'd just be a black and white plain, no flavor chip.
Trash.
It said bland.
Yeah. Bland, dry, and barren.
No salt.
God damn.
No nothing, man. And that's this man's dominion.
He's a culture vulture.
You know what I'm saying? This man's dominion is dry, is bland. Like Elder Kazaki Allah said in one of his live shows one time, he said, look, this is a boring ass kingdom.
It is.
This kingdom whack as hell, man.
He has to have Jake, perpetuate everything to make this somewhat fashionable. Man.
Yeah, hey, the music is dead, entertainment is dead, you know what I'm saying? Like these people are dead, you know what I'm saying?
It was a meme. I don't know if one of the brothers seen it or one of y'all sent it. When Jake said the spaceships, he was clowning. He said the spaceships gonna come get black people. Now let's go into the NFL. The score was.
That's like when there was like they gave reparations. And then like the two white dudes played the basketball game. I forgot the score, but it was like pretty much everything was whack, you know, in so many words, man. You know, and that's what it is because Jake gives this world flavor. As the scriptures tell you, man, we're the salt of the earth, man.
Yeah.
We're the former of all things. So without Israelites, all right, this world would suck.
And that's been the story of all these kingdoms, man.
Yep.
Without us, these kingdoms that been before this time period has never thrived the way it did without the Israelites.
Yeah, every time the Lord exited the children of Israel out of that captivity, that kingdom always failed, man.
Yeah, they basically they need Jake. That's why they would never let him go, man.
Yeah.
That's why the moment our people get the idea of trying to separate themselves from these devils, Esau come in and basically, you know, take them out.
Right, because see, here's the hypocrisy of Esau, though, man. He talks about, hey, why don't you people hate it here, why don't you go back to Africa? Then why did you kill Marcus Garvey? He was trying to make that happen, but not like you said, hey, we can't let them go.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in the holiday season right now. Who's the main consumer during this time? Jake.
Art in Pharaoh's heart.
It says, we will be utterly spoiled. He have changed the portion of my people. Have he removed it?
Yeah,
from
read that verse up again about the
Micah chapter 2, verse 4. In that day shall one take up a parable against you.
And we in that day now, man. And these people of the earth are taking up that parable against you devils, man. That taunting proverb, man. Calling you out.
Yep.
Go ahead.
In a lament with a doleful lamentation.
Yeah, and lament with the doleful lamentation. The doleful lamentation is like a great cry, man. Basically, man, people are fed the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, they're tired of this shit, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
And it says, we be utterly spoiled. We have changed the portion of my people. How have he removed it from me? Turning away, he have divided our fields.
So like the brother was saying, man, now we're in a time of that great uprising of all these nations against their governments around the earth, man. All right? Everything, nobody trusts nothing no more, man. You know, that's why you're going to see, you know, civil unrest, man, civil wars. You're going to see seditions among men, tumults, revolutions, right? Because people understand that they're under the yoke of these goddamn devils, and all the puppets and politicians, they're nothing but just puppets, man. You know, actors, man.
You know,
All
you
of
know,
them.
They work for them.
They don't do sport.
Even the newscasters, man.
Yeah.
You know, because Apostle Babar brought out all these newscasters are nothing but failed actors, man.
That's it.
And then when it's a video that you can go on YouTube and find, but when they push that propaganda, all of them say the same exact script, man.
They do.
They all played them side by side, and it was all saying the exact same thing.
That shows you everything is controlled, man.
You live in a world full of lies.
Hey, we live in a simulation, man.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, everything is set up and programmed by this devil to keep you people enslaved, man. This is truly the Matrix, man.
That's it, real talk. But only the wise can see it.
Yeah.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest.
Yeah, because everything is being shown, man. All right, this devil and his enchantment is being put on blast, man.
And it says, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
Right, because hey, to give you an example, man. Hey, Marvel has been the movie series Marvel, you know, the Avengers and all that. They've been under fire as of late because people have taken notice of how they're pushing forward with this feminine agenda, man. And they literally took all the original Marvel from like the Avengers movie, and they all have been replaced by females, man. You know, and then they also talked about the gay agenda that they're sneaking in Disney as well, man. You know, so people are taking notice of that shit, man. And everybody's seeing that bullshit, man. Every movie you go to now is all headed by a female.
Yeah,
nobody want to see no goddamn action movie with no female.
She the lead character and shit,
Right.
man, the main character.
Beating up big ass
That's
niggas
not
and
relatable,
shit.
man.
Fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I saw
outta here.
that new joint with Rock in there.
Black Adam?
No, it's another one, man. The chick that played Wonder Woman.
She was like the main character in there though, but she body slamming the Rock and shit.
Yeah, fuck
Like,
out of
come on,
here,
man.
man. Look, I ain't even gonna front, man. I'm leaving the crib even there. I guess she wanted to check out that, what was it, Woman King and shit?
Yeah.
Man, the girl, look, no lie. The girl, before I walked out the door, she was running against a man bigger than him, and she about this small, bro. And he tried to slam her. She going all flip. Fuck out of here, you saw? You live in a fairy tale, man.
I got something real quick. Hey, this is Jeremiah. Hey, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 37. And it reads, a sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon the mingled people that are in the midst of her. Talking about Babylon, America. And they shall become as women.
Yep.
It says, and they shall become as women because there's a weak, feminized spirit that's being pushed out here. That Queen of Heaven spirit, man. That's what's being pushed out here, man. That's why you seeing all these men in that weak, spirit, man.
Yeah, they talking about they metrosexual now. No,
You know?
that's gay.
Right.
You know?
That's gay.
So these people are really becoming in tune in a woman's spirit. You see what I'm saying? But that's all by design, man.
Yep.
You see that? Because when the men are weak, you ain't got nobody to defend the nation.
Exactly.
See that?
Which is all by design.
That's it. It says, finishing it out, they should become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. You see that? This place is about to get spoiled.
Because, like you said, with you weakening the men and pretty much puffing these women's heads up thinking that they're able to go to war, hey, when, like Coach Greg Adams say, man, when the barbarian hits the door, all right, the natural roles are going to take back in place. The women are going to try to hide behind the men, but if the men are weak, who's going to protect them?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. That's why you got sodomites in the military and the women.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? That's a sign of weakness, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I got one for you.
Go
It's the
ahead.
book of Nahum, chapter 3. Nahum 3 and verse 1. Woe to the blooded city. It is full of lies. It's full of lies and robbery.
Yep.
The prey departeth not. And that's what you see in America, man.
Yep.
It's full of lies and robbery, man. This place was built off lies, man. It was built off deception, man. And they're getting mad that we're calling this devil out for his atrocities, man.
Right. Because we see the way that the world is going, it is not in the benefit of life, man. Everything about the way that this modern time is going, man, it's killing you people, man.
Yep.
All right, like I said, you men are getting weak, you women are getting puffed up and ultimately being led to your destruction, man. You know, all this is really the detriment of society, man. You know.
We'll jump down verse 4. Because the multitudes of the whoredoms, the world-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
Yeah, everything is enchantments in this place. Sorcery, witchcraft, man.
Yep.
You know, that's why you got these little boys growing up as faggots.
Yep.
Right.
These little women out here masculine as hell, fast as hell.
Yep.
You know, the men are weak. Women have been masculine. You know, that's everything has been. The roles have been switched out here.
Yeah, because when you go on that word mistress, it goes in the master. That's the master of witchcraft, man.
Right.
Here in this society, man. And they push it like the brother I was going to. The television, they're telling you a vision, they're programming you to think and to act the way they want you to, man.
Right. And like I said, with you having these damn screens in front of you, these are nothing more than applications for these demons to come out of, man.
Yep.
Because the average person watches nothing but bullshit on their TVs, on their screens, man.
Yep.
On TikTok, which is purposely showing you these
Yeah.
stupid videos, man.
Yeah.
You know? Because
Yeah.
you go look at how the
What the fuck I be
algorithm.
talking about?
You see how the algorithm is in China
TikTok,
compared
all
to
that
damn
bullshit.
America, man. Hey, they push forth, things that's for the benefit of your mind over in China, but purposely put the bullshit over here in America to dumb you people down, man. You know? Because like you said, it's all these enchantments that pretty much stupefy the people.
Yep.
And here's an article to prove that shit, man. Because Esau, and as you know, he's a known psychopath, man. When you go into the word psycho, it goes back to your mind, man. So this is from neurosciencenews.com. It says a brain area thought to impart consciousness instead behaves like an internet router.
Yep.
It says the claustrum, this is the part they're talking about, the part of the brain, the claustrum, coordinates networks associated with executive commands to work together to accomplish that many cognitive demanding tasks we perform on a moment-to-moment basis.
You know what? They feeding us medications that we don't even really need.
Exactly.
But once they start giving it to you, you need it
Exactly.
after that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
they know what they're doing. They're injecting us with different type of materials,
Yeah.
like we some type of like test. You know what I'm talking about? Test tube.
and now we need it now because
Yeah.
you started taking it. Your body done got, you know what I mean?
But even outside of the
And it's
medicine,
poison.
But you got
It's poison at
you
the
got
same time.
You got the food and you got people like bad habits with that. You know, not to call you out, but the cigarette thing, that's a part of that too, bro.
Yeah. I know that part. I got that part.
So seeing all that is just showing you how this devil is trying to kill us, man.
I think it was what was it, Detroit or one of these Detroit or
That's why I'm from
Chicago. They just apologized. They were saying they just apologized to all Negroes because they've been gradually using them as guinea pigs, man.
That's what they've been. They're still doing it.
Ain't no
They,
stopping.
and guess what? Guess when they use it the most? When they lock you up.
That's
yeah.
what he was saying. That's
Oh,
what he was
yeah.
saying.
When they
Yeah.
lock you up,
Yep.
that's when they put the medications in and they get you. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Get your immune system used to it. So now you need it, even when you come home.
And then on top of that, it's a drug that they use. I forget the name of it. It starts with like atrazine or whatever. But they're putting it in our food and stuff to make people gay.
Right.
So it's a chemical that actually is making people gay out here, man.
Yeah, that's real. They had some years ago called a gay bomb.
Before I left Atlanta,
Oh man.
80-90% of them gay. I'm talking about the guys and the girls.
Yeah, of course.
Every job I had in Atlanta, when I moved to Atlanta, at least 90% on my job was gay. And they invited me to the parties and I didn't go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what's
the
going
gay
on right
capital
now. That's a wave.
Well, it came out in the article that 60% of millennials identify as homosexuals or transformers.
Come on now.
That's 60%.
Because-
So we at the end, man.
Because the way.
But I do believe that some people are born with that.
No, that's not
Nah,
it.
it's all influence, bro.
I think some people are just born with feminine,
Nah,
with
get
tendencies.
Roman
With
Roman
tendencies. I swear to God.
Look, listen to this, brother. Listen to this, brother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about your influence and your upbringing. Because see, the main reason why our men are like this because they're raised by
I'm
women.
gonna tell you this. I don't tell you nothing else. When a person starts getting high and starts smoking crack and all the other shit right there, you know what I'm talking about? They go a whole nother different route.
That's a demon.
That's that demon. They do shit that they didn't even thought they'd do. They'll suck a dick. You heard me? Word. They're fuck a nigga because he said I got a 50 for you if you fuck me. You know what I'm talking about? So like, drugs fuck people up too.
Yeah, but you
know
know
what I'm talking about?
Listen to this though. because
Niggas don't be gay.
it's a spirit. They got demons on, like we said. Listen to this, bro.
God, this is
Bring it
wrong.
up.
You want to start 21?
Drugs are gateway.
Yeah, them drugs is a gateway.
The opening.
There you go.
But it's
There you go. I like that.
God, this is Romans chapter 1, verse 21. Because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified.
Go up. Let's go. He's trying to shoot the Lord to Allah.
I love y'all guys. Appreciate y'all guys, man. I'm going to my wife.
Man, go ahead, handle your business, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My name's Drake.
Hey, this is. Let's start at. This is Romans chapter 1.
At the end of the day, man, what we're trying to say is that these people are full of demons, man.
Yeah.
You know, nobody is born like that, bro. That's a demon.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 1, verse 20. For the invisible things of him.
Romans 1 and 24. Started check like 22, 23.
Yeah, it's 23. Con. I started 22. Romans chapter 1, verse 22. Professing themselves to be wise, they become fools and change the glory of the corruptible power into the image made like to a corruptible man.
Right. They changed the whole dynamic of what the Lord is about, man. To where now you got the creation being magnified, man, instead of the creator that made everything, man. You know? And that's all thanks to Esau. Go ahead.
And to birds and four-footed beasts and creepy things. Therefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts to dishonor their own bodies.
Right, because these demons, like the dude was saying, you know, these demons make these people do things they wouldn't normally do, man.
I got that article in that point too.
All right.
It says, between themselves, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie.
And that's Esau, man. He changed the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh to a lie because he tells you that, hey, that it pretty much that the Most High, he made a mistake when he made you, man. You know?
Yeah, he'll tell you that these people were born that way.
Right. Nah, man. Because there's no such thing as a gay baby. As an infant, you don't even know your sexuality, man. You know, but this whole way of thinking now, when you go into where it comes from, it comes from two Edomites called one nigga name is Alfred Kinsey.
Yep.
All right, and then the other one's name is Thomas Mooney, because he's the one that brought out the difference between it is gender and sex.
Yep.
You know, when it's the same thing.
Yep.
You know, and Alfred Kinsey got this thing with this whole pretty much, you know, children can be gay because he was a pedophile, man. And he was doing his experiments on niggas that was locked up in prison who were pedophiles, man. And he was trying to justify his way of thinking. So now when you look at the way that biology, you know, the biochemistry and all that is worked, they use his material, man.
Yeah, look at.
Yeah, he was what? Saying babies can have orgasms and
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that.
That's why they attack the kids, because they know, like you said, the kids have no idea of what gender and sex, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why, as you see, prime example with Biden and his whole administration, they've been going after the kids.
Right.
Kids have the free will to get sex changed. They don't need their parents' consent.
And
See what I'm saying? All that shit. You know?
the majority of children that are taking part in this, man, this whole transforming, that's being done to them by the parents. They don't realize what they're doing, man. It's the parents that forcing that on them, man.
That's why this shit gotta go. Can I
Right.
just article real quick?
Go ahead,
You still
bro.
reading?
Yeah, a little bit
I'll
more.
finish out. Who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator? Who is blessed forever? Amen. Verse 26. For this cause Yahweh gave them up into a vile affection.
Yeah, those demons.
For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Right, because the natural use of a woman is to carry the seed so that she can bring forth children to continue that man's legacy, man.
Nurture.
To nurture too, man. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And likewise also the man leaving the natural use of the woman burn in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly and receiving themselves that recompense on their error which was met.
Right, so this is why you have two dudes, you know, fornicating with each other, man. You know, which is unseemly, because that's not natural. All right, a man is supposed to be with a woman for the whole purpose of sex is to reproduce, man. But they have took sex and totally perversed it, man. You know, so now this is why this whole homo, you know, alphabet thing is at an all-time high, because they have made perverseness normal now, man. You know.
Verse 28. And it says, and even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them up over to a reprobate mind.
Right, so because they didn't want to refer back to the Lord for guidance, the Lord gave them over to those damn wicked, you know, foul affections, man. And this is why our people are bugged down. And you can see the demons on these modes, man, on these transformers, on all these wicked people. And when you call it out, they are ashamed of it, man. That's why when you watch that What is a Woman documentary, man, hey, when he was questioning these people, you can see they knew what they were saying was off, but they got demons on them, man. You know?
They was upset. And it says, and even as they did not like to retain the knowledge of Yahweh, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
Right. So ultimately, the Lord gave them over to those damn affections to be destroyed, man. You know, but that's all that is the end result of you being an alphabet person, man. Is death. Two women together brings forth death. Two men together brings forth death, man. All right.
Death lifestyle.
That's a death lifestyle, man. And even amongst you pedophiles, man. All right, you ain't supposed to be dealing with no damn child, man. That's off, man. Okay. Go ahead, bro. You got
Yeah, this is from Scientific American. This article is from scientificamerican.com. It says, it came out back in 2019. It says, massive study finds no single genetic cause of same-sexual behavior. All right, massive study finds no single genetic cause of same-sex sexual behavior. Analysis of 500,000 people suggests genetics may have a limited contribution to sexual orientation, right? It says, straight to the point, right? Hold on. It says, now a new study claims to dispel the notion that a single gene or a handful of genes make a person prone to same-sex behavior. The analysis, which examined the genomes of nearly 500,000 men and women, found that although genetics are certainly involved in who people choose to have sex with, there are no specific genetic predictors,
Predicators.
predicators. Yet some researchers question whether the analysis which looked at genes associated with sexual activity rather than attraction can draw any real conclusions about sexual orientation. So here it is, the Esau science. They're telling you that that's all bullshit, man. All right? Talking about people are born this way, man.
No, man.
Right? That's all fabrication.
And you know that's bullshit because he used to admit that back in the medical industry that homosexuality was a mental disorder, man.
Yeah.
You know, but then they had so much pressure because you have the majority of the people that's in power are modes anyway, so they pressure these doctors into changing that, man.
Yeah.
You know, so this is why when you see why things are going on like this, it's all because of the influence of the devil. Putting pressure on those to go with what he's saying, because if they didn't go with it, then harm will come to them. So they folded under that, man. You know?
They changed the narrative.
Because you got the example, just look at nature. I got a quick precept. Job 12 and 7. But ask now the beast, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee. And you don't see animals engaging in homosexuality, man. All right? You don't see animals masturbating, man. All right? That's all shit that's pushed here in Babylon the Great, man. All right, because even amongst, you look at in the eastern parts of the country, man, they it's like the other world. They don't go with what here is pushed here in Babylon the Great. This over sexualized, world, man. Because it brings forth perverseness, man. Confusion. All right, with everything being over sexualized, man. Now these women don't know how to close their legs. They gotta find a rod to sit on every day. Now you got women with over 3,000 body counts, man. You got men sleeping with men on the down low, but going back home dealing with his wife, man. All right, secretly touching their kids, man. But they don't know how to calm those lusts, man. Because as I said, they didn't retain the Most High and none of their thoughts, man.
Society been giving over to demons.
Because they've been programmed, man.
The spirit of air, as it tells you, Isaiah 19 and 14, that these people are in the spirit of air.
Right.
They like a drunken man that staggers in his own vomit.
Right.
Spirit. Right. It's a perverse, twisted spirit out there.
So, like we'll get into before the interrupted. This is back in neurosciencenews.com. It says a brain area thought to impart consciousness instead behaves like an internet router. It says the claustrum coordinate networks associated with executive command to work together to accomplish the many cognitive demanding tasks we perform on a moment-to-moment basis. It says tucked underneath the brain's outer wrinkly cortex is a deeply mysterious area known as the claustrum. This region has been long known to exchange signals to much of the cortex, which is responsible for higher reasoning and complex thought. Because of the claustrum's extensive connections, the legendary scientist Francis Crick, it says, first postulated in 2005 that the claustrum is the seat of consciousness. In other words, the region of the brain enabling awareness of the world and ourselves, man. So it says researchers at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, however, now posit that Crick may have been incorrect. They developed a new theory built on data that the claustrum behaves more like a high-speed internet router, taking in executive commands from boss areas of the brain's cortex that form complex thoughts and generate networks in the cortex, which means what? That your brain is giving commands from the Heavenly Father, man. All right, these devils know this shit, man. All right, this is why we live in a society that has been heavily programmed to make you go and act demonic, man. All right?
And they use it through the frequencies and the shit that's spraying on you that fuck up your brain patterns and shit like that.
The shit that you eat.
Yeah.
Hey, everything in this world is here to make you low vibration, man. All right, like I say, the main reason why people are sex driven like this, highly sex driven like this, is because you are operating in a low vibration. All right, because when you operate on a low vibration, you revert to beast-like, actions, man. And the main thing that you enable, if you do that, is you want to go pop something, man. Yeah. It says acting like a router, the claustrum coordinates these networks to work together to accomplish the many different cognitively demanding tasks we perform on a moment-to-moment basis in everyday life. So just further, establishing the point that Esau knows that your brain, it pretty much, it takes on, the commands of whatever vibration that you're aligning to, man. All right. So if you're walking in the spirit, all right, if you're more inclined to be in the spirit, that means you're going to be more inclined to hear the commands and operating the commands of the Lord. But if you're maneuvering on a low vibration and a carnal means, all right, this makes you susceptible to pretty much move how the society moves, man.
Got a precept for it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls.
Right, because when you don't have rule over your spirit, it means you don't have discipline. That discipline is given to you by the wisdom that comes from the law, statutes, and commandments, which comes from Yahweh Shem Shah. So, like you said earlier, our people operate in a beast-like mentality because they don't have any order to themselves because they took the Most High all the way out their thoughts, man, and operate in this wicked vibration by this devil and these demons, man.
Come. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah, hey, spiritual wickedness in high places, going into that hierarchy of demons.
Yep.
These devils commune with and get their guidance from, man. Yep. And they push those vibrations into the rest of the world, and they follow after because they don't operate in the spirit. And when you move in the flesh craves the things that of this world, man. And therefore it craves these different lusts, man. Yep. And these devils know this shit, man. Because the more you operate in the flesh, the more susceptible you are to demons. Finish out the article. It says, understanding how the brain forms, coordinates these networks in the cortex through the cluster is important, since disorganized networks are a typical feature across many disorders such as addiction, Alzheimer's disease, and schizophrenia, which goes back to what you said earlier. The different chemtrails that you're spraying on you, the food that you're eating, the things that you're intaking in your body, the music, you're taking on these vibrations, all these things, they put demons on you, man. This insight might help lead to better therapy to address cognitive dysfunction in these disorders. And that's pretty much the point, man.
This is Galatians chapter 5, verse 17.
That's it.
For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And this are contrary one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. So it's a constant war against the flesh and the spirit, man. And they know that, man. So they use these different vibrations and various different tactics with the food, these damn phones, these wave patterns with these satellites to do what? Have you warred against your flesh, man?
Yeah.
And have you warred basically with the Most High? You warred against your spirit, man. Because you're doing the things of the world, man, which is what? The flesh.
Right.
The lust of the eyes, man.
And this is proof that Esau knows that this is true, because one of the main things why they were pushing the jab on our people for, right? The fun back.
Yep.
To cut off your God gene, which is that connection between you and the Most High, man.
Yep.
Your pineal gland. This is why everything in this world that's pushed, your pork, your fluoridated water and all that, is to calcify your pineal gland, which makes it harder for you to connect with the spirit. So like I said, man, this is a war. This is a war for your mind and your spirit, man. They have that line, the Illuminati with my mind, soul, and my body, and they do, because when you move on the fleshly tip, that makes it easier for them to control you, man. Which is why the main people in this world are pretty much walking zombies, man. Don't know what the fuck is going on with anything, man.
All right. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after spirit, the things of the spirit.
Yeah.
I read it good. God. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Man, this is why these people, they don't have a problem with nothing that's pushing the world, man. Because like I said, as long as you got your Instagram, your TikTok, your Facebook, these different, social media and these shows that push to the agenda, they just go along with it because that seems normal to them, man.
Yeah, they're using their lights, right? And it says, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit.
Right. We mind the things of the spirit because we know that pertains to life. And that's what we're seeking for, man, is eternal life, perfection.
Verse 6, for to be carnally minded is death.
To be carnally minded is death. So when you walk in the ways of the flesh, man, you're ultimately being led to death, man. What's that scripture you quoted last week? All things seem right.
I think it's Proverbs 18. It said, there's a way to writing to them at the end of the
This society is driven off the flesh, carnality, man. You know, that's why these people are covetous, right? Like it tells you in
Lord said,
Hold that second Timothy when it talks about perilous times and condemnation being double themselves.
this is Romans chapter 8, verse 6 again. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Yeah, because when you operate in the spirit, your spirit is at rest, man. You have you get comfort from the scriptures, man. You know, but see, the reason why depression and pretty much, you know, all mental disorders at an all-time high, because they're not at peace, because they don't have the spirit to comfort them, man.
people are lost out
Hey,
there.
this world's comfort is drugs, you know, sex, you know, all means that just numb the pain. Carnality, man. But once that buffer runs out, your problems are right there in your face still, man. So what do you got to deal with? This is why, hey, the spirit is known as the comforter, man, because these scriptures detail an answer to every single problem that you can face, man. You know?
I found that for you too. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
All right, because you let these people tell you they're living a good life, man. You're living a good life, you know, with fucking high blood pressure, depression. You got a fucking what's that shit in a little box? It's like a week full of pills. That shit you can't even close it because there's so many in there, man. You know,
Antidepressants and shit.
hey, you're on your job, stressed out, coming home. You barely have a house to sleep in, man. You know, because you can't afford the rent. You ain't got no food in your cabinet.
And the gas in the car.
But then you get on social media and lie like you living your best life, man. You know?
Snapping them
But
pictures.
but inside you're fucking through.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And that's all thanks to Esau, because this society doesn't teach you on how to live correctly, man.
Yep. It's verse
So,
13.
so in all actuality, you're being bred to die. You know?
Verse 13. Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful. In the end of the mirth is heaviness.
Yeah. Because they say even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, because hey, as soon as you get done laughing, reality is still here.
Crying and shit.
Hey, it's like, damn, you know, like you make the Kanye face. You know how Kanye be smiling and
He hurt.
you know,
True.
that's the people in general. You hear it over about the show.
God. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 13. Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful. And in the end of mirth is heaviness.
The end of mirth is heaviness, because you're still faced with reality.
Yep.
That's what you people are failing to realize. That in the midst of all your partying and bullshitting, reality is still here, but you're trying to mask it by not thinking about it. But hey, just because you don't think of the elephants in the room, it's still in
It's
there.
still there, man.
It's still there, and it's gonna smack you in the face eventually. So why not just go ahead and confront it, man? You know?
That's how people do see. Our people do not want to face reality, man. They want to remain in the matrix, man. They want to believe a lie, man.
They want to be in Disneyland, man. And that in itself, because Disney has put a heavy spell on people, man.
Yep.
And that analogy is for this situation, because see this how Disney made you view the world is how grown niggas and women view the world.
Yep.
It's this happy-go-lucky place where nothing can go wrong.
Yep.
But that's not reality, man.
Yep.
Reality is harsh.
Yep.
Niggas die every day, B,
Yep.
in horrible ways. That's reality. You know?
Judgment. Romans 8, chapter 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh. For it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be.
So when you operate in carnality, you act in opposition against the Most High and His ways, man. All right, and that ultimately makes the Lord look at you as the enemy.
Hey, you acting like a beast. You acting lawless, man.
Yeah. When you're held to a higher standard, this is why the Most High is pissed at Israelites, man.
Yep.
Because you niggas supposed to know better, and yet you're not acting like it, man. You know? Because here it is, we were given the law, statute, commandments to set us aside from the other nations who are beasts, and yet you want to act like beasts, man.
Yep.
You know?
It says, Romans 8 and 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit.
Right, so you can't please the Most High moving how you want to move. No, you have to operate on how the Lord told you, man. Because His law, statutes, and commandments are for your benefit.
Yep.
Because when you actually look at what they're for, they're instructions on how to live on this earth, how to govern yourself, how to run a business, how to operate in, your family. It's all ways to help you. But Jake, look at that like that's burdensome.
Yep.
I can't eat what I want to eat. I can't move like how I want to move, man. Fuck that. I want to do what I want to do. And look how that's done. Look what that's done for you, man.
Yeah. It says, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Mashiach, he is none of his.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, man, hey, what is being shown, the Lord is showing who's for him and who's not. You get that in Malachi? Because all this separation that is being done from spirit, and these different trials that's being put throughout the whole earth, it's literally showing the world who the sons of God are, man.
Yep.
All right? Because we had that whole epidemic with the jab. Yep. You had the dude come out and say, what? Those of you that resisted it, you are the true strong ones.
Yep.
You know? Because all that was the pretense. Yep. That main test was going to be that hour of temptation is going to really show who are the true sons of God, man. Who are the elect, man.
That's
right.
All right? That's right. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 18. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serve Yahweh and him that serve him not.
And that process has already started. This is why you're having all these different people begin to voice their opinions, man. All right, these different fallouts, are coming out and saying how they do the gospel, what they feel like is right, which shows you they're not serving Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, because the Lord says the true worshipers are going to serve Him in truth and sincerity, man. Now is the hour come where the true worshipers are going to serve the Lord in truth, man. Truth and spirit, man. Okay? So we're witnessing that, continue to take place. And as times get, more closer and closer to that return of Yahushua, and the Lord's going to keep weeding out those that aren't meant for Him,
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. Preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season. Rebuke, reprove, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Yep. For that time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
And this is what we're witnessing now. These people ain't enduring sound doctrine no more because they're wanting to run with anything that sounds good, man. Yep. Like I heard a brother say, man, if it justifies your wickedness, then that's what Jake wanted. I was listening to the brothers up in Buffalo, I believe it was Buffalo. They said that they ran across the dude that used to be in the GMS Rochester that was teaching about the weed. They said he's still thinking that. He's pushing that shit amongst his own mind, man. Because Jake wants pretty much, they want to believe what they want to believe. And nobody can change what they want to believe, man. But that's not how the Lord works, man.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. For that time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables.
Yeah, that's what happened, man. That net that the Lord is using these undesirables, He's using them to capture all the unwanted, man. Yeah, he's doing something, man. Hey, because he said what? He wants Yahushua warned Peter of that, man. He said, Satan walking about, looking, to devour like a roaring lion, man. So showing that you have to be, on point and stay tapped into the spirit so that you don't get taken, by these different things, man. Because these guys are all gonna come with different angles, man. That's spirit 144. At the end of the day, man, what we're seeing is with these different guys popping up, they're trying to establish their own righteousness. And if it seems sexy to Jake, they're gonna go with it. Oh, hey, he talking about, hey, I gotta go back to Africa. That sounds good, And he talking about, whatever it is that Jake is clinging to, man. They're going with it because it sounds good for their flesh instead of harking to the spirit, man.
What's the scripture? The scripture in Piper verse said, wicked man will find excuses according to his ways.
144 again. Why you get there? I got that one I shall call for earlier. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And difficult times. For men, it says, men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure, more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort they creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts.
Yeah, that's the society. I'm happy to read that again. The good news, because that's the society we live in, man. Everybody is operating off carnality, their own thoughts, what they want to do, man. Right? These people have been given over to the spiritual demon Satan.
That's right.
Right? The prince of the power of the air, man. It's like it tells you in Ephesians, the second chapter. You know, Satan already got these niggas as we go into, man. He really desires the elect.
That's right.
Right? So it's a very demonic, selfish, spirit that's out here on these people, and especially the time we living in as far as social media, right? Social media has made these people into complete monsters, man. Narcissists, self-absorbed, self-worshiping. Everybody's in that spirit of worshiping me. I worship self.
Which is Satanism.
Yeah.
That's a form of Satanism, self-worship. Right?
That's it. Read that for me again. I just make it a little clearer.
This is in the Good News translation, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Remember that there will be difficult times in the last days.
Yep.
People will be selfish, greedy, boastful, and conceited.
You see that? People will be selfish, greedy, boastful, and conceited. You can't say that that's the people of the society. Right? These people, people are terrible, man. Can't tell them shit. You can't tell them nothing, man. Go ahead.
It says, they will be insulting, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful,
insulting, disobedient to parents. You see these little niggas today, beating up their parents, disrespecting adults, all types of shit.
What's the little nigga?
I want to kill my mom.
That motherfucker. I want to kill my dad. That shit through.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I watched the little interview yesterday. He don't even like the song. It's the nigga that's making him push that song.
Yeah, the
man.
dude that was with him that was doing all the dancing. Yeah.
That's wicked, man.
See, Jake always want to use something for a profit. That's like, I know y'all remember like 50 Tyson.
Yeah.
That was it. And Jake always got to find somebody to extort, man.
Right.
It says, and they're religious.
They're religious, yeah. Go ahead.
They will be unkind, merciless slanders, violent and fierce.
That's why they call themselves beast savages, demons on demon time. Right? The Lord told you in the last days that this type of energy will be on the earth, on the people. Go ahead.
It says, verse 5 or verse 4, they will be treacherous, reckless, swollen with pride.
Yeah, treacherous, reckless, and swollen with pride, man. Right? Pride is at an all-time high in this place, man. Exactly.
Right.
That's why the Lord allowed pride to get to this level that it's gotten to. Because the fall is
They will hold to the outward form of our religion, but reject its real power.
Yeah. See, people be front, man.
Man, keep away from such people. Some of them go into people's houses and gain control over weak women.
Yeah, that's the point, man. So this is a terrible time we live in, man. People are operating with spirit eyes, man.
Yeah.
Demons. Perilous time shall come, man. We live in a narcissistic society, man. Right?
This is Sirach chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
Yeah, a sinful man will not be corrected, right? But he's always going to find an excuse according to his will, man. So niggas don't want to be reproved. Like it tells you where it's at in John, when the light comes, they don't want to be reproved.
They don't want to come to the light.
Unless their deeds be reproved, man.
Yeah.
Because these people are naturally wicked.
Yep.
You know?
Walking demons, man.
See, there's no effort of trying to be righteous, man. At least with us, we're trying our best, all right, to walk righteous. These niggas in the world don't care. You know, to them, you know, God don't exist. Nobody. Hey, matter of fact, Sirach, the 5th chapter, get that real quick. Sirach 5:1-2.
The book of Sirach, chapter 5, and verse 1. Set thy heart upright, thou goods, and say not, I have enough for thy life.
Right, read on.
Verse 2. Follow not thy own mind in thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Yeah, don't lean on your understanding. Right, read on.
Verse 3. And say not, who shall control me for thy works?
Right, so that's what people say. Who gonna control me for what I do, man? I'm gonna do what I wanna do, man. I control my destiny. See that? I worship myself in the lack of better words, man. Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
See that? As we talked about. Yahweh Shemel Shai shall surely revenge thy pride, man. Like the brother quoted, pride goes before destruction, man. So the Lord has allowed things in the earth to get like they are just for to bring it down with the great destruction. Because a lot of these people gonna die, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, whether they believe it or not. Hell, you ain't gotta believe it, man.
Yeah. Let the unbelievers die in their unbelief.
That's it.
Don't believe it, you watch.
Hey, that's what the Lord said. You don't believe it, just watch.
Yeah. And we watch it.
Because it's gonna be horrific, man.
Yeah.
And then at that time, the people gonna be trying to seek out the Lord, man. But it's gonna be too late, man. You know, that's why we're under the grace period right now.
Yeah.
The grace period meaning to repent, all right, and put ourselves in order, man. Keep the law, statutes, commandments to our best ability, because now in this time, that grace period is about to run out. And the doors of grace are going to close, and after that, it's pure judgment, man. Right? It's all she wrote after that. Right?
In chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
Yeah, see, because you didn't take advantage of the grace. You know, go ahead.
And it says, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in
So
torment.
that's what the Lord said. You want to cast away my law, statutes, commandments. You want to reject my prophets. Now you're going to dwell in torments. You're going to suffer. That's what the Lord said. Go ahead.
Verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Yeah. You receive benefits from the government. You got all these accolades. You got these degrees, licenses, certifications, licenses, and loans. Right? You done got all these benefits to be comfortable, but you still ain't considered the Lord. You don't even know the Lord.
Cause that shit after them getting all them benefits and these so-called accolades of this society, it lifted that pride got lifted up even higher. Yeah, got even higher, man.
Because especially the women,
Yes.
women be the main ones that take pride in the degrees and certificates and whatever.
As if that matters.
Yeah.
It's a piece of paper, man.
Right? Yeah, hey, hold that at Jeremiah 9 to finish where you are.
Gone. Verse 11. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and 11.
Yep.
And they that have lost my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was upon them. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 11. And they that have lost my law while they yet had liberty, and when yet as place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Yeah, understood not but despised. So we're in a period of grace where we're supposed to get ourselves together.
Yep.
But niggas took this time to despise it. They wanted to do what they wanted to do.
Yep.
Right? Our people say, look, I got my own relationship. Who are you to tell me this, that, and the third? So look, when the Lord comes back, you said God can only judge me, right? So when the Lord comes back, your ass gonna be found guilty. Because you ain't keeping none of his ways.
As he said
Right?
in the GMT, he said they have an outward love for our religion, but don't respect the power inward.
Exactly,
Yes,
man.
that's right.
Our people are full of it, man.
Yeah.
They put on an outward appearance, man. And we see that through them damn churches, man.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Niggas think that just because you get a Bible verse tattooed on you, or you put that shit in your Instagram bio, like you people don't even live by the Bible verse that y'all quote, man. You know? So y'all our people are nothing but a bunch of hypocrites, man.
Real quick. Galatians chapter 5, verse 13. For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty.
Yep.
Only use not liberty for the occasion to the flesh,
Yep.
but to love and serve one another.
That's it.
So you should be taking full advantage of your grace period, man. That's what you should be doing in this time that we in. You should be taking full advantage of trying to get right with your how about Shimel shot, man.
That's right.
But like, as we go into, a lot of you niggas, majority of you niggas is not gonna do that, man. You're gonna keep doing your bullshit to that judgment start to fall upon you.
Yeah, let's be honest, man. Jake don't care.
They don't.
They really don't. Because they're self-absorbed.
Right.
If it's not to the forwarding of their own lives, they don't really care about it, man.
Yeah.
You know, that reason in itself is why niggas would never come together.
Yep.
You know? Because all this talk of unity, you know, why don't we just come together? We don't need these devils. That would never happen. Because all niggas care about is the forwarding of their own selves. And that is proof being shown through the entertainment industry, man.
And the curses.
You know?
Niggas will never come together like they dream of because of the curses and what follows. Because what? Anytime Jake get together, it's dysfunction.
Yep.
There's always some type of dysfunction.
Somebody gets shot.
There's always some type of calamity going on. Somebody dying, somebody getting robbed, somebody getting fucked over, getting scammed.
It's like that in them churches, ain't it? Years later, I found out the damn deacon been goddamn popping the pastor's wife,
Yep.
or the pastor's wife, and they've been pocketing the money and shit. They could never come together, man.
And like that whole Black Lives Matter shit.
Yeah,
right.
That whole organization got exposed.
Yeah.
Man, motherfuckers was taking the money and buying $1 million houses
throwing
and
parties and shit.
Yeah, going on lavish vacations and shit.
I thought Black Lives Matter.
Right.
But they told you what they was about in their mission statement.
Exactly.
Though. Destruction of the patriarchy, man.
Exactly.
You know?
That was all set up.
And that's always been the case with Jake. And even your beloved leaders like MLK and Malcolm X, these niggas was insiders, man.
They were set up too.
They weren't for the progression of us as a nation. Now, before they died, you know, they got some sense about them. That's why they died. But at the end of the day, man, they weren't putting forth the bringing together of the people. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackass ain't doing shit for Jake, man.
Yeah, them niggas all boule.
Yeah, they FBI agents,
Yeah,
man.
they all boule, man. So of course they weren't gonna do nothing to Jake. The Lord said that, man.
That's even like your average celebrities now. Hey, LeBron James, punk ass, man.
Right.
Fucking coon. You know, him, all your rappers. All these niggas are just forwarders of the agenda of Esau, man.
Yep.
You know? Because all it takes for Jake is to throw him a bag, and then they're gonna shut up. Like Royce O'Neal, he used to play in for the Rockets, man. You know, but he was scared to get on the airplane, but his NBA career pretty much went down to shit. But he came out and said, hey, remember how LeBron was talking all that shit about China? How he was saying that injustice for China and shit. And when Nike threw him that damn contract, that $1 billion contract, remember, you notice he don't talk about that shit no more, though. Because as I said, man, gift stops at the heart, man.
Yeah.
You know? So all it takes for our people to shut up is to throw them a bag, man.
That's it.
You said you wanted Jeremiah 9, what was it?
Jeremiah 9 and 23. See what that says.
Jeremiah 9 and 23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom.
Yeah, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, man. All right. The hell of because you got bachelors or PhD, masters, you got all these degrees, right? The scriptures say, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. Go ahead.
It says, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches.
Yeah, you let not the rich man glory in his riches. You got the bag. You worth over 10 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you got all the money. The Lord said, let not the rich man glory in his riches.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Your accolades and accomplishments here in Babylon the Great, Lord don't give a fuck about none of that.
That shit don't mean nothing.
He's not a respecter of person.
Right.
But let him glory. It's like, but let him that glory in this.
Yep.
That he understandeth and knoweth me.
Yeah, so if a man's gonna glory in anything, the Lord said, let him glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me. Right? The hell with the wisdom of this world, right? The riches you got. All right? Go ahead.
That I am the Lord which exercise loving kindness,
Yep.
judgment, and righteousness in the earth.
That's it.
For in these things I delight, saith the Lord.
Yeah, so the Lord said, for in these things I delight, man. So the delight of the Lord is that you glory in him.
That's right.
That you know and understand him. Not about the bag that you got or what your position is in the world. You know, how much money you got, how smart you are. All right, what you done achieved in this whack-ass world. That don't matter to the Most High, man. It's that you know him and that you worship him in spirit and truth. Right? That's what our people don't understand, man. They don't give a fuck about because you done went to medical school for 10 years, right? You done went to resident school and shit. You know, you got a degree in rocket science.
Chemistry.
Right? You're a nuclear physicist. Well, I don't give a shit about that, man. Because how is that going to benefit you in a time of destruction and salvation? How is that going to get you in a chariot? Right? Go ahead.
This is Luke 12 and 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully.
Yep.
And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods.
Yeah.
And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thou soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided?
Yeah, you can't take none of them carnal riches with you. Right? None of that matters to the Lord, man. You see that? And your soul's gonna be required, like you said, man. A lot of these guys are in these top positions in the world, athletes, entertainers, movie star, Jakes, right? When the end comes, they're gonna die. They're gonna lose it all, man. And really, everybody's about to be on the same level.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
An Edomite that's worth $50 million to a Jake that's only worth $10 damn dollars. When they crash this economy, all y'all gonna be on the same level. Everybody gonna be on the same plane, man.
Yeah.
Right?
And the Lord brings out that judgment. He ain't gonna care who you are, man.
Right.
This is Acts 10:34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth, I perceive that the Most High is no respecter of persons.
Absolutely not, man. See that? Not a respected person, man. Oh, yeah?
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 11, and verse 27. No, verse 25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction.
Yep.
In the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. God, man, you niggas that's living it up right now, when all hell break loose, hey, all that shit you got is gonna mean nothing, man. It ain't gonna value in that day. Like we said, your so-called your accomplishments that you got in society, that's not gonna hold you in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna forget all that
Hey,
damn shit.
what's gonna be the definition of a high-value man when they crash the money system?
Man with wisdom.
Right? What's gonna be high value in that time, man? Right? When 300,000, 500,000, a couple million ain't worth shit.
Right.
Right? Well, then what's considered?
Yeah.
So right now you got all this different, what's the word I'm looking for? You got all these different types of status.
Status in the society.
These different categories, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but what's gonna happen in the end?
$1 million man.
Right.
You know, guys like Floyd Mayweather got a whole garage full of cars.
Right. What's that gonna mean
You
in that
gonna
time?
rest the fuck up, man.
You know, got stacks of money in they damn duffel bags and whatnot.
You gonna eat this.
None of that's gonna mean nothing in that day, man.
Yep.
So all you women that's clout chasing after men that's rich, when all hell breaks loose, you know, you better hope that man know how to start a fire. And how he can protect you. Because a lot of these niggas that got money, especially this new generation, you got these damn millennials becoming millionaires off of video games. These niggas are claimed to be high value because they got millions, but they don't even have social skills, man. So what are they gonna do for you in that day, man? You know? All these Twitch streamers and goddamn video game niggas, you know?
It's Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Yeah, wisdom and knowledge of what, man? The scriptures, man. All right? Knowing how to tap into the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's gonna be your stability in that day, man. Go ahead.
And the strength of salvation,
The strength of salvation. Go ahead.
the fear of the Lord is his treasure.
So that's the fear is the predicator of what all of this lies on, man. Because it tells you in Proverbs 1, get that Proverbs 1, I think it's 1 and 4 or 1 and 1 and 2. But that's the beginning of all that, man. Because without fear of the Lord, you're gonna end up like these people in the world, walking around doing whatever the hell they want to, man. About to care in the world, not knowing that judgment is waiting for them at the end of their walk, man.
God, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Right. So in those scriptures they say that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You know? So they all go hand in hand, man. You know? So that go to show you that's going to be a treasure in that day, because you've been trusting in the Lord all this time. So when all hell breaks, you got a safe haven to run to, man. You got a stronghold to rely on, because you know the Lord is going to honor you, because he's been doing it this whole time, because you've been fearing him. All right, he gave you that hedge of protection, like it tells you in Psalm 34:7. So you're going to be good. You know, as long as you continue to fear the Lord, you're going to be taken care of, man. But these people out here that don't fear the Lord, man, hey, their stability was their money, their idols and whatnot. All that's going to be shown to be vain in that day, and they're going to be through.
Don, I got one for you. This is Psalms chapter 94.
And that's what's going to make the fall so bad.
Right.
Right? Because these people really wholeheartedly trusted in their money, their goods, their houses, the degrees that you got from school, whatever it is, man.
Right.
Whatever you put your heart to. So when it all becomes meaningless, right? That's how you know it's going to be a terrible fall, man.
Right. Because what is going to take place, man, it's going to be a great humbling, man.
Yeah.
This great reset is going to be a great humbling to you people out here who think that you got it. You niggas don't got it, man.
Oh, yeah, none of you niggas got it.
This is Psalms chapter 94, verse 12. I'm going to read down verse
Man,
13.
money ain't going to save you in that day, man.
No.
Scripture say that.
Your job ain't going to save you. The scripture tell you, hey, riches are going to grow wings and fly away.
Yeah,
You know?
riches profit not, the day of
That's right.
That's it.
Psalms chapter 94, verse 12. Blessed is the man whom thou chastise, O Yahweh, and teachest him out of thy law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity. Because that's what we're seeking for. When all hell breaks loose, man, that's what we're seeking for, rest. Why? Because the Lord's going to be supple with brothers, man. The Lord's going to feed us. The Lord's going to comfort us, man. Because we're going to be comforted through the Holy Spirit, man. And we're comforted right now, knowing what's about to take place through what the Comforter, which is the Scriptures, man.
Yeah, because the Lord gave us the go-ahead, man. We know exactly what's going to take place and how. We don't know when, but we don't need to know when. Our Lord, he gave us this to tell us to get ready, you know? And the means of getting ready, you're preparing for when it does come to pass. You know what to do.
Yep.
These people ain't got no plan for that.
Nope.
Even you doomsday prepper, you think you got the answers, but as you're gonna show, you don't. Because all you do doomsday prepper, what's gonna happen if the shit pop off, you're not at home?
Yep.
Or if you are at home, somebody run up in your shit,
Yep.
and you die. Then what? You did all that prepping for what? Ultimately, it was for a man of the Lord to come and find that, man.
Might have to flee.
It was all in vain. That's why you're supposed to lean. Scripture says Proverbs 3:5. Lean not on thy own understanding. You prepping and all that shit, that's you putting your trust in this world, man. You put your trust in your own thoughts. It said, but put trust in the Lord with all thy heart. When you trust in the Lord with all thy heart, that's where your faith lies, man. So when you really start to actually sup in the spirit and start to believe in Yahweh Shem Al Shah, man, and that's when your faith will start to increase and to grow, man. But a lot of these people, man, they're gonna die in their unbelief, man, because they don't believe in the Lord, man. They lack faith.
Psalm 20:6. Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots, and some in horses. But we will remember the name of the Lord our power.
And that's what you see, man. These people in the society, they trust in Esau Edom, man. They trust in their belongings. They trust in their AR-15 and their money and their wealth. But at the end of the day, the righteous, they trust in Yahweh Shem Al Shah, that right hand, which is Yahweh Shah, man. Because we know at the end of the day that he's going to guide and protect us. Why? Because we have faith in it, man. We have faith in the testimony of Yahweh Shem Al Shah. The scriptures say, man, I have reserved 7,000 men that will not bow to the image of Baal, man. So within that, man, we're not going to bow to the carnal means of this society. We're going to be fully submerged in Yahweh Shem Al Shah, man.
Yeah, the elect is going to get brought through the fire, man.
That's right.
Because this judgment ultimately is a fire that's taking place, man. You know. So what we're witnessing is that refinement of Jake. All right, and only the elect are going to be the ones that's going to take part in that deliverance, man. Okay. So seeing that, this is why you got to hearken into the word of pretty much pretty much getting right, man. Okay. Because only a small few people are going to be delivered out of all these billions of people that's going to die, man. All right. So knowing that, okay, it will behoove you, Jakes, to get right. I just read that Psalm 20. Trust in the Lord.
Hey, the Lord's servant is going to eat. Psalms 37. And what's that one? It's Psalm 37 and was it 25? They won't be ashamed in the evil time. Those are all good scriptures, man. Isaiah 65. You see what I'm saying? You know, hey, because like Elder Ariella said, man, hey, this truth is very repetitive, man. Right? A lot of the same scriptures you hear. All right, because you got to continuously warn our people, man. Yep. Do not the scriptures say that Jake is hard-headed? Jake is a stiff-necked people.
Right.
You know, they have made their heads as adamant stone.
Yep.
So you got to keep hammering away. You got to keep hammering away at Jake, man.
Yep.
Because as we get closer and closer to the time of great destruction, right? We gave you all we had.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? We gave you this truth, all right, to the best of our ability, man. We told you no lies.
Hey, we tried to prepare you the best we could.
That's it, man. There ain't no way that Jake can say I ain't heard, I ain't know, etc., etc.
I got to start right here, but it's Isaiah chapter 65, verse 1. I am sought of them that ask not of me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by thy name.
Read it again, Ox.
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 65, verse 1. I am sought of them that ask not of me.
Yep.
I am found of them that sought me not. Yep. I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by thy name.
Yeah, this is us. You know? And over here in America, we're not acknowledged as being the Israelites. Pursuant to Hosea, was that 1 in 10? You know? That we're not a people. Go ahead.
Verse 2. I have spread it out my hands all day unto a rebellious people.
So how's the Lord spreading his hands? Through his men, his prophets. He's pleading unto his people. Go ahead.
It says, which walketh in a way that was not good.
Yep, that walketh in a way which is not good. All right, go ahead.
After their own thoughts.
Hey, you already know what time it is. Read it again.
God damn.
Read it again.
Cut them motherfuckers.
It said, I spread my hands all day to a rebellious people,
Yep.
which walketh in a way that was not good.
That's Jake, man. Jake walketh in. Jake, our people are all about their own way, man. If it ain't my way, it ain't nothing.
Yep.
All right. Jake got it figured out, man. You know. Go ahead.
After their own thoughts.
After their own thoughts, man. Go ahead.
A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face.
Right, that's why Jake is dropping like flies out here, man. That's why the Lord is judging our people in horrible ways, man. Right? That's why our people are in the forefront of all manner of wickedness that's going on in society. Go ahead.
Nine. It says that sacrifice in gardens and burn of incense upon altars of brick.
Right. Back in the ancient world, when Jake was still secretly worshiping idols, they was doing them in them groves.
Right.
Yep.
They was worshiping them idols secretly in groves, man. You know? And it's the same thing now. Right? That's like these churches. It's 2022. Jake is still in the church, man.
Yep.
Calling on fake white man Jesus.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Talking about everybody can be saved, man. God love everybody. Right?
316.
All this, and we live, and the brother Ike Tazawam goes into that all the time. We live in an information age, man.
Yeah.
So how the hell are you still hanging on to these false doctrines and idols, man?
Right.
Right? You don't know by now? We live in an information age. Go do research. Niggas are lazy, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Gone. Which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth and abominable things is in their vessels.
Right. So you remain amongst the graves. Right? Read that again.
Gone. Which remain among the graves and lodge and monuments, which eat swine's flesh.
Right. People eating that pork. Right?
Yep.
Jake ain't gonna let go of that swine. He gonna eat that swine, he gonna eat that crab, he gonna eat them shrimps, the lobsters, he gonna eat all them abominable foods, man. And you wonder why you out of shape.
Right.
And you wonder why you got all these health conditions. Right?
Esau know that though. That's why they had with the $1 million clam program or oyster program or whatever up in New York.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Go ahead.
Gone. And broth of abominable things is in their vessels.
They brought abominable things in their vessels, man. Jake be cooking some shit. Cooking some bullshit. Right? Go ahead.
Which say, stand by thyself come not near me, for I am holier than thou.
Right, is that not the spirit of Jacob? Don't don't stand by me. Get away from me. I'm more holier than you. I know God. I read my Bible. I know the Bible like the front and back of my hand. I got my relationship. That's it.
Can't tell you nothing outside of John 3:16.
Nope. Don't know what no precepts are.
You don't even know what a precept is.
That's it.
Hebrew hopscotch. That's what they call it.
Yeah, exactly.
For I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day.
Yeah, that's what makes the Lord mad. You know, like when you over that grill and that smoke get up in your nose, that fire, make your eyes all red and watery. Right? That's how the Lord feel about our people, man. That come in the spirit.
Verse 6, Isaiah 65:6. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense into their bosom.
Yep.
Your iniquities and your iniquities of your fathers together, said the Lord, which have burned incense upon the mountains and blasphemed me upon the hills.
Right, and they still do that to this very day in them churches, man. Right? Clinging on the idols, calling on false gods, believing in another God, calling on another name. Right? Go ahead.
Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom.
Yep.
Thus said the Lord, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one said, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it.
Yeah, that's the elect. That's the cluster of grapes. That's that one cluster of grape that the Lord's gonna keep. You know? That one grape out of the cluster. Go ahead.
So I will do for my servant's sake that I will not destroy them all.
Right, so because according to the scriptures, the Lord is going to preserve a remnant, a chosen elect that's not going to perish. Right, but 2/3 of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, are going to be put to death. Right? Go ahead.
And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountain.
All right, which is the elect. Go ahead.
And my elect shall inherit it,
See?
and my servant shall dwell there.
Yeah, see, my elect shall inherit it, man. The first fruits. Right? Lord willing, we be part of that number, man, to partake of the first dominion. All right, which ultimately is what salvation, all right, and seeing the kingdom being built up from scratch. Right? Be a part of that story, man. Being found written in the book of life. You know? Yeah, that was it. Get that song for me. You got that? That's awesome. They should not be ashamed of the evil times. We got Psalm 37, 25, 20 to 20. Get that one in Joel 5th chapter. Right? We're going to have abundance in the famine. All right, whoever got what first.
Job 5 and I thought it's 19.
Yep.
It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Yeah, in 7, no evil shall touch you. Go ahead.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death. Who was just talking about? All right, this is dealing with the elect that he's going to preserve. Go ahead.
It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
And in war from the power of the sword. Read on.
At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the field.
Right. So during these times of evil, the Lord is going to take care of this. You know? Go ahead.
It says, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field. Yes. Verse 21. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction which is coming. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be a feast of feasts.
That's it, man. So that's pretty much the point there, man. Meaning, you know, we're going to be in league with the animals. The Lord's going to preserve us. He's going to guide us through the destruction.
Animals are going to be on our side, man. And you never know how the Lord will make that work. We might have the, just like how it was with Elijah in the wilderness, man. Animals are bringing us food.
This is Psalm chapter 37. I'm going to start at verse 18. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever.
That's right.
they shall not be ashamed in the evil time.
They should not be ashamed. Who is the they? The elect. They should not be ashamed in the evil time, which is coming. Go ahead.
In the days of famine, they shall be
In
satisfied.
the days of famine, they should be satisfied. Are we not in the midst of a famine right now? Food shortages, hyperinflation, right? Grocery shelves empty. Fuel shortages, right? They're supposed to be running out of diesel gas in less than a few weeks now, right? Next week. Right?
We're already seeing that now.
Right. So when them trucks no longer deliver food to the grocery stores, that's going to be a problem. Right? You're going to see people fighting over food items. Just like when COVID-19 hit, right? Go ahead.
And it says, verse 20, but the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as fat of lambs.
Yep.
They shall consume unto smoke, shall they consume away.
Right. That's going to be the end game. Go ahead.
The wicked borrow and pray not again,
Yep.
but the righteous show mercy and give it.
Yep.
For such as blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they shall be cursed of him shall be cut off.
Yep. They that be cursed of him should be cut off. Go ahead.
The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his ways. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand.
Yep. That's Yahweh shot. Right hand. Go ahead.
I have been young, and now I'm old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging bread.
Right. So this is what King David said, man. He said, I have been young, and now I am old, and have never seen the righteous begging or forsaking bread, man. So what the King David is saying is that he's never seen his elect, his people forsaken. Those that belong to him, man. Right? He ain't never left his servants hanging. This is what the Lord is saying. Right? But you gotta have faith to understand that, man. See, a lot of these people will be left for dead when that time went out, man, because they trusted not in the Lord. They didn't consider that this was the truth, man. This is the way of their salvation. So as a result of that, they're gonna have to pay for it. Right?
Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see. All these old niggas lying to old songs. It's like a demon on them to make them play old songs.
That's their glory days. They reliving that.
Sirach 2 and 10.
Yeah, 2000.
I ain't had no kids yet.
Who the fuck listens to Christmas, man? Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Yep. Did any of our forefathers and ancient prophets that trusted in the Lord, were they confounded? The answer is no.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Yeah. Did anybody in the spirit was forsaken? Go ahead.
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Who did the Lord ever despise that called upon him in truth and sincerity? Read on.
Verse 11, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sin, and saveth in the time of affliction. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sin, and saveth in the time of affliction.
And you got to believe that, man. He said he saved him in the time of affliction. Read on.
Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goes two ways. It says, woe unto you, it's like woe unto him that is faint-hearted. For he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Right. He ain't gonna be defended in that time.
Right. And you got to be fully assured in your how about you not shine that day, man.
Right.
Because the number one thing the Lord hates is somebody that doubts. Because when you doubt the Lord, you're limiting him, man. He hates to be limited. I tell you, there's nothing impossible. You got it? Right here.
This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is.
That he is, man. There's nothing's impossible to the Lord, man. Hey, we always bring out that insert from that PDF file that the Lord waits for the environment of impossibility to pretty much work his works, man. And that shows you that he's in control of everything, man. And so he wants you to trust in him, man. So if you become faint-hearted and you start doubting the Lord, you're going to piss him off. That shows a lack of faith, man.
And it says that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
So he said he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him because, hey, everything that is being done to us is to make us draw closer to him, man, to call upon his name. And that shows that you believe in him when you're calling the Lord for everything, man. Like scripture tell you, cast all your burdens upon the Lord, man.
I got a quick 2 Corinthians 12:9. And he said unto me, red letter Yahweh Shai, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness.
Right. That's how the Lord is magnified through us in this weak state, glorifying him, man. Because he's going to change us, you know, from these weak people states into gods, man. Scripture tell you, man, the most people among us will be as mighty as David. You know? That takes power to be able to change us like this or something like that, man. And David was mighty in himself, and even in that state, he was still weak compared to how we're going to be, man. That shows you how much power the Lord is going to magnify us with, man. You know?
Had a little bit more. Continuing on. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me.
Right. You can't be caught up in your infirmities, man. You gotta continue to, you know, glorify Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, even in your weakness, man. The elders of Hab had two beautiful videos going through, man. Hey, we have to learn to fight while we're wounded, man. Yeah. You know? Because as you just said, the scripture just said, man, in our weakness, the Lord's beauty, the Lord is pretty much shown, man. You know?
And that's going to be the culmination of the time of Jacob's trouble.
That's right.
When we're going to have to put all chips on Yahweh Shai, Yahweh
Right.
Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
God.
Got one real quick, one of my favorite scriptures, man. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 10. If thou faint not in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. And that strength represents your faith, man. All things that we know that's about to come down the pipe, man. You can't be in a time of mourning, in a time of crying and acting like a little ass, basically a spirit of a woman. I was wanting to say a spirit of a woman, man.
A lot of these people out here are bitches, man.
Yeah, you can't be in that spirit, man. You gotta be in the spirit bold as lion, man. Understanding that this is the will of Yahweh Shai, man. And his will must be done, man. So we understand that trials and tribulations is part of this ministry. We gotta keep fighting. He said, Job, gird up thy loins as a man, I demand of thee, man. So he demand us to gird up our loins, man, no matter what we're going through, man.
When you go into the concordance, or that when it says gird up thy loins, man, it means to be a champion.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, we got the victory if we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So you gotta put on like you got the victory already, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, just as in the ancient world, because when you, like the brother, I'm a one before I was going to gird up thy loins, you got tied up. Just like when Jake about to fight, man. You pulling your stuff, you getting ready.
Right.
That's the same spirit you got to be in, man. You got to get yourself prepared for what's about to take place, man. And
That
it's
was
more
always
mentally, man.
That was always battle preparation.
That's right, man.
You pull everything up.
Yeah.
So that you could protect that part when you was about to go to war.
That's
You
right.
had, you had the girdle on,
Yep.
take all that, man. Putting the whole armor of the Most High on, ultimately,
Yep.
man. Finishing out Sirach 2, start back at verse 14 again. 13, it says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be defended, man. You don't truly believe the Lord ain't gonna defend you, man. The Lord's not dealing with a wavering spirit. It tells you that in James, the first chapter, man. Double-minded, you doubt the Lord. You know, you got to be sure.
Yeah. That's why the Lord said what? Don't be equally yoked with unbelievers, man. You don't need to be around these people, man. Especially right now, these people, they lack faith, but you need to separate yourself from these people, man. Because that damn demon of doubt will come onto you, man.
Right. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you?
Yeah, woe to them that lost patience, man. You didn't endure, right? You gave up on the Lord. So guess what? The Lord won't give up on you. And that's going to be a terrible last day.
That reminds me of that Bad Boy song. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? And that's Jake out here acting like they're bad now. So what you gonna do when the angels come for you, man? It says, verse 15, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. In the spirit, I just noticed this. In verse 15, when it says, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, does not John 1 tell you that Yahweh Shai is the word? Yep. So if you disobeying Yahweh Shai, it means the Lord's not going to deal with you, man. You know, but it says, his word, the word in this verse is capitalized. So it says, and they that love him will keep his ways. I tell you in Exodus 23 and 20. They that fear the Lord will see that which is well pleasing unto him. And they that love him shall be filled with the law. It goes back in Psalms 2:11, I believe. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry. You know, you're going to do everything to make sure that you're pleasing, your ways are pleasing to the Lord. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
At the end of the day, ultimately we need the mercy, man. That's what we fight for.
Right.
We labor for. Sure mercies of David, man.
That's right.
At the end of the day, you got a precept?
No, I was going to add. Yeah, I did have a precept, but I wanted to add on verse 15 in my sword, where it says, they that love him will keep his ways. It says, escape punishment.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to link that up with Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation,
Right.
which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Lord,
that's
put the spirit on the brothers and sisters that believe not to take that MOTB, man. That's going to be the ultimate form of showing who you believe in, man. As we brought out earlier in that Malachi with the 3 and 18, about that, you're going to see the ones that's worshiping the Lord, man. The Lord's servant ain't going to take that MARK, man. You know? So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. You know, I'll watch the time will be out here. You know, once again, we put the word of the Lord. So until then, we give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone that taught us the truth and rule well. A peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, we say shalom.
Shalom.
Bomb.
Kwame Yashala.